Alrighty, chat, I have returned to appreciate y'all sticking around. What is wrong with this AI helper? What was he doing? Or what was he not doing? That's the question, I guess, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How much did I pay for the new guy? He drinking too many beers. Was it that? Hold on, I gotta look. What did he actually do? Oh. What? Huh? What kind of... Go. 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 Sorry about taking so long, chat, but I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. Raising and lowering the equipment, really? Let's say Hannah Montana. All right, we'll get this on track and run it ourselves, chat. How about that? Anyway, let's get back into TeamSpeak. Say hi to the guys. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Apparently, AI helper was really smart while I was away. But what else is new, right? Nothing. That's what's new. Anyway, this field's gonna be worth like 50 grand, so that'll pay for like the landscaping down yonder, right? Or something. I feel like this cultivator kind of pulls like a pig sometimes, though. Like it's aggressive. It pulls. It takes all the horsepower. Ashley, welcome in. This is Stone Valley. How's it going? Welcome in. All right, Sarge, what are you up to?
I'm looking at the contracts.
You want to come help me cultivate 10, then we can go work on our own field after that?
That as well.
Okay. The other cultivator, for some reason, is sitting up here by field 1, and I don't know why. Not sure. And I guess you'll have to grab the quad check, I guess. Probably. Yeah. Because we got a landscape and cultivator plow or something. Probably just plow that field, that whole field. And then we got a rock pick. So we got a lot of work to do on our own field. I was hoping to get that done today, you know. I mostly took this contract so I'd have something to hit the H button on while I was away, but I probably regret doing that now, honestly. Since he was so smart, I was gone. That's okay.
Which one are you doing? Field 10?
Field 10, cultivate. Like I said, the cultivator's up here. Don't ask me why. It's sitting just south of 1.
Oh, what am I hooked onto?
Where you got the quad? That's a plow.
Oh.
Actually, if you just want to leave that down there. I think we'll just plow that entire field probably. Although I don't know if it needs plowed or not. Check that too. It might need it. Plus, I think that actually pulls easier than this cultivator. To be honest with you. Oh, our plowing's not turned on, huh? That's okay. Don't worry about it. Still gonna plow that field. Yeah, this cultivator, I feel like it takes all the horsepower and then some. That's what. It could also be. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna go repair chat. Because I know it's not necessary to repair. However, I feel like you lose some horsepower if you're not fixed up. So we're gonna go do that. And Bert, thank you. If anybody's curious or wants to join the farm, the best way to do that is to come in TeamSpeak and get to know us. Bert has that feeling, I can just tell, you know. Usually when he has that feeling, he just does all the commands in chat. But we are always looking for more farmers, so if you're interested, feel free to join our TeamSpeak. Easy for me to say, jeez. Luigi. Join our team speak and come hang out. I will be in tonight at like 7:30 probably. I'll take a little break for dinner. And I'll be back at like 7:30 probably Central and be hanging out. I think we're going to be playing some golf with your friends tonight. So if y'all are interested in that, come hang out. Otherwise, just come hang out and get to know us, and we'll get you on the farm maybe like Saturday or something. We'll see. You see our new grain trailer yet, Sarge?
No, I haven't.
You got to see it hooked up. There's so many lights on it. It's amazing. And I'm still not sure how that cultivator ended up out there. I have no clue. That's okay. Alright, so hopefully now we can actually pull this thing at proper speed. Now that we're fully repaired, and so is it. Had a couple missing shovels. That's what we'll go with. Or something, right? That's the RP of the day, Chad. It was missing flux capacitors. Something. Okay. Did Trent go pick up his pizza?
No, I'm still here.
Oh. Okay. You better
Probably
get.
won't leave for another like 15 minutes.
So you better get to getting here soon.
That last time I arrived somewhat early, it was still like being cooked.
Yeah, they're not real good about their timing on at the old Casey's, are they? So.
Try to arrive at least 5 minutes after.
Yeah. All right, so Trent, the real question is, how much for you to bring me a Casey's pizza? I live like 3 hours away from you. You can bring that tractor while you're on your way. Oh, man. Sarge, we might be the owners of a tractor like soon. I'm not sure.
A good deal.
Yeah, we found one up in Illinois. It's a couple hours away, but it's up. I'm not gonna say exactly where it's at, but it's up north somewhere. In Illinois, up Highway 55 out of St. Louis. And first time's all about it. He likes the price. He likes the condition of the tractor. It looks good. It runs. Not saying it probably doesn't need to be rebuilt, but it runs. And he sent it on to my sister. My sister and brother-in-law are kind of, I guess, jumping on board and gonna kind of spearhead this a little bit, because it's my brother-in-law's buddy that's gonna be the one to go pick it up for us, it sounds like. So yeah, so kind of interesting. Shadow, you're from Illinois? Well, howdy, neighbor. I'm from Missouri. Just outside of St. Louis, to be specific. As close as I'm going to say, you know, but... Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Yep, just outside of St. Louis is where I'm at. But what I'm talking about, Chad, is we're hoping to surprise my dad with a tractor. Here soon. I bought an Alice Chalmer B a while back, and we have been having so much fun working on it and messing with it and stuff. He really wants an Alice Chalmer C, but it's one of those things where, like, he really wants it, but he won't go out and buy one. And so my siblings and I are gonna surprise him. A great state. Yep. Missouri's okay. It's not a bad state.
Oh, Missouri?
I live in misery. I do, actually, sometimes. I actually do. That's it. That's not the one, Bert. That one's really, really, really nice, Bert, but it's too pricey.
You found the one that we found?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one Bert's talking about. Very relaxed process. Well, welcome in. How's it going? Appreciate you being here.
Is it the one that's in like Oakland or something?
Couple hours southwest of Chicago.
I think that's the one that we found that was north of me, yeah.
I don't exactly... I do remember where this one's at. I just don't want to say it on stream.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody going and buying it out from underneath me, you know? Or calling the person and be like, dude, raise your price, you know? Something like that. So we're just going to chill. And it's a seabird is what we're looking at. It's a Alice C. Because it's got that narrow front end. Dad's all about it. I can't wait. It's going to be fun, you know? And then I've already got a plan in my head. I haven't talked to the people, but like, if for some reason my brother-in-law's friend like can only go get the thing on a Monday, like I'm gonna call up the neighbors at the country and just be like, hey, can I get a tractor dropped off at your place and just sit on it for a couple days? Y'all just chill and like watch it. You don't really have to watch it, but just like we store a tractor at your place for a couple days and I'll come get it like on a Wednesday or a Sunday or something. I kind of want to do it on a Sunday and have like as much of the family there as possible. Just like randomly everybody shows up without like dad knowing anything, you know? Like dad and I'll just go to the farm. It's another Sunday. Hey, we're going to the farm, you know? And then like my sister will show up and my brother-in-law with the nephew and my brother.
You can all rally around this one tractor.
Right? Like it would be kind of cool if just like the family just started randomly showing up for no reason. And then either we go get the tractor from like the neighbor's place, like, hey, you know, so-and-so is going to like take a ride on the side-by-side and then just come back with a tractor. Or like, I don't know how we're going to make it happen, but there's ways.
Yeah, but if you go right on the side-by-side, you can miles.
Do what?
You ride on side-by-side, like you were saying?
You get what? Get miles?
Yeah, you can see from miles.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's still crop in the way of like between our farm and the neighbors, so yeah. It's all
you
good.
just go that way and then you act like you have an engine problem.
Very nice, Bert. Very nice. Bert, I can send you the link later for the tractor. I'll have to look it back up, but I can send you the link. No, what I would say is like, because to get to the neighbor's place, you got to go out to the highway a mile away from the farm, right? And then you drive down the main road a mile, and then you go in their lane about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, half a mile or so. So like, I call them the neighbor, but like they're nowhere near farm, you know? Oh, that's how the neighbors are down the country, you know, it's far away. So, plus, you know, those guys all grew up with dad. Like, I think they would be cool if I just said, like, hey, this is a surprise. Like, just park it for a couple of days. I think they'd be fine with that. So, yeah. I think they'd be okay with it. Okay, Bert. I got you. I kind of remember the name of the town. It's actually a town, Bert, that we used to have family in. Part of our family used to be in that town, like way back in the day. And that's why First Time's all about it. I think they were from the next exit up the highway or something like that. But I just don't remember the name exactly offhand. I know it's somewhere up there. I just don't remember the name of it. Plus, I don't want to say it on stream, so. Secrets are good sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes secrets are okay. But that would be funny if, like, all the family just showed up and then say maybe just, like, I don't know, I'd just look at my one brother and, like, hey, let's go take a ride on the side-by-side. Which would be very odd for me to say that to him. But, like, hey, let's just go take a ride. And then we just, like, come back with a tractor. Or, like, I come back without him. And then he comes back a few months later with a tractor. Because, of course, he'd be a lot slower than the side-by-side can go.
Just have your family park behind like the sheds where you can't see them.
Well, they would probably show up after Dad and I got there, you know.
Or that.
Yeah, or have them show up way early and then, yeah, have the tractor just sitting there when Dad and I get there. That's an option, too. So many options, you know? So many options. I just think it'd be cool, you know, if the family kind of come together for something. We haven't really done that much lately since Mom passed away, so. Yeah. I just know she would be all about this. She would think it's cool, so I think it'd be kind of neat. Absolutely not that brother, Bert. Absolutely not that brother. Oh, he said that brother and I on a side by side. He wants pics. I'm gonna out you, Bert. Wrong brother, my guy. Wrong brother. No, thank you. Apparently he is all into this idea too. First time talked to him the other day, which I think is.
I'm kind of shocked.
I think it's one of those things where he says one thing, but his like attitude and actions actually say something else. Is like the day he found out I bought a tractor, like he was at the farm that day. He just came down, like we were talking about it outside, and then we went in the shed and it was like, boom, tractor. And he was like really grumpy about it. But he told first time that like he's just upset because we have so many projects at the farm that we don't need anymore. And it's like, what? What? Art, you keep talking like, yeah, I'm gonna take your sword away again, okay? Joking,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
gonna happen.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm not taking your sword. Not taking it. It's a joke. Oh man. But I guess I need to ask, cause like somebody, like what projects does he even talk about? Like we don't have. No, whatever. Whatever. You know, the way I see it, it keeps Dad busy, and like that's not a bad thing. You know, having random projects going at the farm, like it's not a bad thing. Yeah. Apparently fixing the brush hog is going to be a project too. So. Yeah, Sarge, you didn't hear this earlier. We put new blades on our brush hog last winter, Sarge.
Yeah.
Fired it up yesterday for the first time. And there's this god-awful clang, clang, clang noise now. The blades are slightly longer than the old ones. And they hit the sides of the brush hog. And you talk about sounding bad. Whew. It sounds horrendous. That could be Bert. Yeah, I don't know. All you gotta do is ask. Dad's down to help with everything pretty much. So yeah, it sounds really bad. And so I guess we got to take the blades off, and Dad's going to try to grind them down to make them shorter or something. But like, I don't know. I was against replacing the blades last year. Like the old ones were fine. And all day yesterday, I just kept going, now what was wrong with those old blades? And Dad just kept going, nothing. They were, you know, a lot of years old, but whatever. They weren't like thin or really that wore out.
I don't know about grinding.
Had to make them shorter.
I'd probably take them both off, clamp them together.
Yeah.
Cut the exact same amount off the end. That would it.
Yeah. Or I guess you could weigh them when you get them ground down, right?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah, because you want to keep them somewhat balanced, yeah. Because things spinning that fast on out of balance, that's not going to end well for anything, right?
You don't want one being heavier than the other. And
Yeah. I think weighing them would be a good, yeah, be a good option maybe. Or yeah, just cut them with like a bandsaw. To like clamp them together like you're saying, then cut them.
or if you have a metal chop saw or anything like that, if they're clamped together, just one
Yeah.
dip
But
down through.
He was laying under there grinding on them yesterday with a little 4.5-inch grinder, and he just kept going, there's some hard stuff. Yeah. Clamp the old ones to it. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, he'll take care of it. He's going to take them to work, and they've got some stuff there to take care of. We just got to get them taken off there again. We don't have a socket big enough to do that, so I'll have to do that Sunday. He's going to borrow a socket from work. So, but the point is, there was nothing wrong with the old ones, and he just wanted to replace them and really came back to bite him in the backside. And I just kept reminding him of that yesterday. Just poking fun, you know. We were having a laugh about it, so it's all good. At least I was laughing. I don't know if he was. Yeah. But that's okay. Still have to clean up where that hired worker was doing his job. Very efficiently, might I add.
Quite possibly.
What's that?
Have to clean up there.
Oh, that's bad, isn't it? Yeah. I may not clean up this little skipper I have next to me, but I'll go up to that chunk up to my right and get that cleaned up. That skipper should be okay, to be honest. For the contract, that is. We should be fine. Yeah. So he was hoping to mow. There's a field road that you can, well, you can kind of access it during like when the crops are up, but like for us to get onto that field road during like when there's crops in the field, we have to drive like several miles around. Like it used to connect to the farm once upon a time, but they've taken that road out. Actually, Grandpa took that road out many moons ago, and that's where our power lines come in, is on this field road. So you know we maintain around those poles because we're the only ones on that run anymore. And now that the corn's gone, we can drive across the field to get down there. But he was gonna go mow that road yesterday. But yeah, that thing was shooting sparks when he would turn it on.
Yeah.
And I kept going, okay, because like at first we're just like, okay, it can't be that bad. Like it can't be hitting by that much, right? So like, just take the thing out in the middle of the yard and let it eat. You know, is what the first plan was. I didn't like the idea, but that was Dad's idea. Just let it eat. Let it get its sparking done. It'll wear out eventually. It shouldn't be that bad. He couldn't even rev the tractor up, though, because it got so bad. And it's like, yeah, we're just going to ruin something, you know? But I definitely kept telling him, don't take this thing out in the cornfield till we get this fixed, because, like, you're shooting sparks. Like, you're going to set 80 acres of corn fodder on fire. Like, in a hurry, you know? It's nice and dry right now at the farm, so... And there's a lot of fodder in that field. That was 250 bushel corn or better, so... There's a lot of debris left over in that field. So I was like, please don't do that. So he sat in the yard a couple times there and tried, and it has hit so bad. So it sounded awful. But like I said, we'll take them off there on Sunday, and possibly we could slip the old blades back on and he could go out and do his mowing that he wants to do. And then work on the new ones over time. Yep, corn harvest has commenced around the St. Louis area. Yep. Yeah, one guy, which he always is the first one to do everything. He started harvesting like 2 weeks ago already. Most people aren't running here yet. But a couple of the bigger farmers, I mean, they have to get started at some point. Otherwise, it's like way too late. Most of the time here, they start the day after Labor Day. So, still have about a month. Wow. Yeah, most people start here the day after Labor Day, or most of the big guys around here, because, like I said, they have to get going at some point, because, you know, you're never going to get done unless you start. And they all have, like, good drying systems. So, yeah, anybody that doesn't have a good drying system, yeah, they're not running around here yet, but your big guys around here, there's probably a handful of guys or so that are running here. You know,
still
just
can't figure out how that's cost effective.
what, to spend money on propane?
That much.
Well, I mean,
a couple points are one. You know, having to dread things down. A couple points are.
yeah. When you're
pushing over 20%, it's just like there's no way you're making money.
That's why you got to grow 300 bushel corn.
Still.
That just means you got to dry more. You know? I don't know. The corn does have a little bit of green in it here from the ear up. But no, for the most part, it's not that green here, no. It depends, because like we went to a farm yesterday to pick up a lawnmower from a guy. And he was saying that he planted his corn and it took him a month. Because we had a lot of rain here during corn planting. And actually, pretty much everything was a month late planted here. So, like, we're way behind, honestly, for the area here. So, yeah, no, we're not green corn here anymore. We're not. And that one is dry. Yeah, that's true. Because, like, yeah, true. Like Bert's saying, you kind of have to go when you can, Sarge, because, like, you never know if you're going to get, you know, rain. You know? So. Not chopping silage, too green. Holy cow, Bert. I actually took a picture yesterday. And I was hoping this conversation would come up, because I was going to post it at Discord, but I was like, no, I want to do it on stream. They must have had a good grain cart driver. Because they had some whole stalks of corn that got run down. So I'm assuming they got missed. It's hard to tell there, but there's totally like whole stalks of corn there.
Oh yeah, you can see the whole side.
Yeah. So I was thinking it was a good grain cart driver. Ran them down for the combine driver.
I do that occasionally.
That was like in the corner of the field where you tend to miss some anyway, you know? But yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't know how much they actually like spend per bushel to dry it like that, Sarge, but they do it. I don't know.
Now, of course, your area I could see kind of being a little bit of a difficult one. Because like where I grew up, okay, if it gets wet during the fall,
yeah,
all that, it's okay. It's not going anywhere. Wait for it to freeze.
Oh yeah, no. See, our freezes come so late here. I mean,
Ground will
we'll
set
get
up, and then
yeah.
Not going to do any tillage, but
no, we get some like frost in through October, but you want the ground to freeze? That might be December here. You know, so that's not really feasible around here too often. So, yeah, I swear it's a big competition too. You know, just because the neighbor's out running, that means you got to go run too. It's too much wear and tear on the heads and helmets. They do it though. I don't know. At 10%, it costs 60 to 70 cents per bushel, Sarge. What Bert's saying, to try it. Not terrible.
what, to bring it down 10 points?
To bring it down 10 points. So what do you want to store corn at? Like, corn's like 15, right? Maybe?
I think at the wettest.
Or is it like 14? I always forget.
I want to say you want to try to target for 14.
Okay.
If memory serves me right.
14.5 to 15. Bert's saying. So, okay, so you could have, okay. Trent, enjoy your pizza. We'll catch you later. So if you had, 25% corn. Yeah.
How much?
So he's saying like for 10%, 60, 70 cents a bushel. So if you're trying to aim for 15% corn, so you're picking 25%. Yeah. And Sarge is like, we wouldn't pick over, what, 15? When would you guys pick back in the day, Sarge?
Yeah. 15. We would usually test it 14 to 15.
Yeah, I'm assuming when you were growing up, you didn't have a dryer? Or didn't
No,
use
we
it?
didn't. I mean, the grain bins that we had, they just had airflow.
Okay, yeah. Which, if you're lucky, I guess you can get a couple points out through there, right? If you have enough drying days.
It keeps it from getting worse.
True. True. I think Grandpa wouldn't pick till it was maybe 18. All he had was a drying bin. He didn't have like a standalone dryer.
Okay, so he had a fan with a
big
furnace on it.
burner. Yeah. Yep. Think that 16 or 17 way back when. I got you. But now Sarge, like your cousin that you help, or your wife's cousin, or whatever it is, where do they pick at?
Oh, that's actually pretty close to where I grew up. I mean, not.
Yeah, but I'm saying like how many, like they probably start picking at a higher moisture,
right? Minutely.
Okay.
They of course they have a lot of contracts to where it's leaving the field going straight to market.
I got you.
They do have storage capability.
Yeah.
I know they store some, but there's a lot of stuff that
just goes straight in.
It goes right into a truck and it's going down the road to an elevator.
I got you. Vegas Bowl, you're done. I got you, man.
With that, you want to be under a certain percentage, otherwise they'll dock you for it.
Yep, you get hit with the dockage. Yep. I got you, Bert. Yeah, let it dry in the field. Yeah, and that's the way it used to be around here. And a couple guys are. My dad's cousin, he doesn't have a dryer, so he lets it dry down. There's a couple guys that still let it field dry here, but. And then actually the big, and I don't want to say problem, but it's an interesting thing that's happening this year around here. And normally this is not the case, but there are several people, a lot of people, especially the guys that are field drying the corn this year, like they normally do. They're going to get into corn and then switch to beans and get the beans out. Because our corn was so late being planted around here this year, by like a month. The soybeans weren't really late, but the corn was late by like a month. And so a lot of guys are going to harvest a little bit of corn, then switch to beans, and then go back to corn. Field 39 is the thing. It's the one in the backyard of the house, isn't it, Vigorspol? Now, like when Dad was a kid, they would harvest beans first.
Yeah.
But that's
what I remember.
That is not the way it's done around here anymore. So
now, the people that I help out and all that, it can be a mixture. I've seen them go back and forth. It kind of depends on what's right, what's ready.
Well, because your beans will shell out so bad if they're too dry.
They get too dry, yes.
Yeah.
Still want them below a certain moisture.
Yep.
Ideally.
And corn, you get more header loss the drier it is too. Which actually, speaking of header loss, 13, that's what it is, Bert, for soybeans, yeah. The dryer, or the corn that they picked around the farm, I'm guessing it was like close to 30% probably. And like the cobs are, A, they're super destroyed, but B, there's like no header loss in that field. Like you look around and it's
done. Okay. Yay.
Yeah. It's hard to find a kernel of corn. So their header loss was like way, way, way down from normal. Because it was so wet. You're not going to get a lot of butt
you don't
shelling.
get a lot of shelling.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can just be with getting things set right.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you're still going to have some. I mean,
Let's put it this way. Normally when I chop when I cut grass after mowing or after they harvest corn, you know, you hear the corn cobs because they get them in the grass, you know. But normally they sound like you're hitting rocks with the lawnmower, you know, and they go flying out of there 90 miles an hour. I chopped them up into little tiny pieces yesterday. It was kind of weird how I picked one up actually, and it's like the cob is still doughy. Like it's been laying in a field for a couple days, harvested, and it's still, I don't want to say mushy, but like you can tell it still has moisture in it, you know?
Okay.
So it was interesting that they harvested it as early as they did, but that soil that they have that's usually their earliest field they plant. They're the first field they plant, and it was this year. It's usually their best field, so it's one of those things of we want to get it out before we get a big storm. You know, so if it costs a few dollars to dry, well then so be it. Is basically the way that they look at that field, which I don't blame them, honestly. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was close to like 30 when they picked it. It was 28 or higher, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Probably around 30. And then the other thing that's always a sign of those fields were wet is they have grain bins there. But if the corn's too wet, they can't put it in those bins because they don't have any drying capabilities. They just have fans. And they didn't put it in there. They hauled it home, so yeah. Kind of interesting if you ask me. All right, Sarge, I'm trying to fix up this waterway over here still from the other day. Gonna require a lot of smoothing tool, I have a feeling. Okay. But, you know, it's always funny when they harvest and you hear from the neighbors and they're like, God, I can't believe they were harvesting that corn. That's got to be too wet. They were going so slow, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, if they want to spend the money to dry it, then hey, more power to them, right?
It's just one of those. I just constantly try to figure it out. Going,
yeah,
hey, because but what, you know?
Well,
50 cents to bring it down 10 points.
Yeah, 60, 70 cents. Bert was saying.
Oh, 60 to 70.
Yeah.
Depending on what the market's doing, that is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be, but it also could have been a thing of maybe they had some contracts they needed to get filled. Because a lot of guys contract some early corn here so that they can go pick for a couple days, and if they get rain, they can fill contracts, you know?
Yeah.
But this year, I hope nobody had early contracts because you're going to have a problem getting it in this year because you weren't getting it out of the field, you know? So, kind of interesting, honestly. Around here this year, but like I said, the soybeans are ripening at a pretty good rate right now, so. And that's the other thing that I know those guys are looking at too. They want to get the corn done so they can switch to beans and stay on beans, you know. I know they farm a lot too, so it's one of those things of you kind of have to get started, otherwise you're never gonna get done, you know.
Yeah.
And then I actually heard something about the guy we were talking to yesterday picking up that lawnmower. He was saying, you know, they farm a bunch of duck clubs. So like there's fields that they like purposely flood for ducks, you know? And he was saying that like those guys that own those duck lakes, duck farms, whatever you want to call them, duck clubs, they want to start their pumps on a certain day so that they can have it flooded by a certain day for duck season coming up. And if they don't get the crop out of those fields, well, then it gets flooded. And like corn, okay, you can pick it later, but they rather harvest those before, obviously, before they get flooded out. And I think they do leave some, like they don't harvest all of it. But kind of interesting if you ask me. All right, I should be done landscaping. I know there's that one rock that's kind of sticking out of the ground, but I don't know if I want to necessarily landscape up around that.
Or the one over by the bridge?
Yeah, maybe you just landscape or landscape will plow around it, maybe. Not sure.
I'll jump over.
But run it and see if
bit.
it needs more landscaping. I can always do more. But until then, I'm gonna haul some bales. I put that sell everything mod in here in our homestead, so we can sell these bales.
Oh, good. We get plow texture out of this.
Good. That's 10,000.
Okay, I think we might need a little help yet.
Okay. Bert's boss is picking 10,000 bushels a day just to keep the dryer running. To fill a contract for next month.
I'll let you take a look at that over by the bridge.
Okay. I'll come look at it here in just a minute. But yeah, I would imagine that kind of went into some of it around here too, Bert. It's like they have contracts coming up and they gotta fill them, otherwise you get penalized like big time. So
Okay, I gotta change.
You gotta spend a little more money on drying it to get that contract filled. That's what you gotta do. So what you got to do. Because ideally you wouldn't have any, corn sitting around from last year still, so. Unless you're the one farmer down by the farm. He likes to sit on his crop for some reason. Nobody can figure out what his deal is. A couple of years ago, corn was whatever it was, and then it ended up going down like $3. And then it was like almost harvest time, so he had to sell so he had room to put the next crop, And he not only lost like $3 a bushel, but he actually waited so long that he had to hire trucks. The guy has 2 semis, right? But he had like 200,000 bushels of corn to sell in like a week or something, because like harvest was coming soon. And he actually had to hire, I think they ran like, it was his 2 trucks plus like 2 or 3 hired trucks, and they sold it all. But it's like, dude, you lost $3 a bushel plus you lost whatever that was to have it hauled. Just quit being so greedy and take your money when you can get it, or at least take some and don't sit on that much grain. It was crazy how much he was sitting on, like absolutely insane. But that's what that guy does, I guess. I don't know. Weird.
Okay, this road doesn't run straight either, does it?
No, it's not. No. Which is weird. A lot of these roads, yeah, there's little cricks in them here and there. It's like, come on now. So yeah. The craziest grain operation I ever saw was before the flood of 2019. We'd have to ask Zach exact numbers, but his family basically called in every favor of anybody that they knew and basically set semi trucks. I think they ended up running like 12 or 15 semis out of their place, and they hauled grain for like 2 days straight. They had that much that had to be moved before that flood was coming, and they got it all hauled. They got it all hauled, and it's a good thing they did. Although, honestly, as much water as we got, it probably wouldn't have gotten in any of their bins. But better to be safe than sorry with that kind of stuff, I would imagine that would be a nightmare if you got, like, flood water inside of a bin that had grain in it. So.
Hey,
You think the contract was for at 8, so he's making more money? Yeah. Yeah, so Sergeant, $8 corn, you could afford to dry it.
Yeah.
I
want to market tanks and it's sitting at 3.
Well, it's contracted though.
Well.
So. And the other thing is with the contract, you have to do it, so.
Oh, no, I'm quite familiar.
Yeah. Bert, I was shocked, or everybody. Dad got his rent check. We rent about 3 acres or so of the 5 that Dad owns. And he finally got his rent check the other day. And I'm not going to tell you an amount, but he was shocked at what they ended up selling the soybeans for that came off the farm last year. Absolutely shocked. We had no idea that beans ever got that high. Crazy. Just saying. Really bigger spool. Glad it's not just us then. Are there bales down there, Sarge, or is this all the bales off this field? Over here.
Could be all of the bales.
Okay, you did. I wasn't sure if you put them all in one spot or if you had them in multiples. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea that soybeans ever got that high since last year's harvest. Like, crazy. It was dang near $20. And I don't remember, I don't follow the markets, you know. But that was crazy. Crazy. A lot more than Dad was expecting, let's put it that way. Alright. Oh, really? I played bale cleanup, chat. One thing, you know, I should put 2 of these in side by side, shouldn't I? I put 2 of these side by side, I don't have to worry about doing this, right? Y'all think I'm joking, don't you? I'm not. For $1,000, worth my time. Worth my time to do that. What tractor do you use for a homer? What is that? Oh, is that the... I don't think we have that, do we? You gotta have that. It's the Homer Terra, isn't it? I think you gotta have that special Homer tractor thing, right? Yeah, you gotta have the tractor. It's the Homer Terra, I want to say, whatever it's called. It's a goofy looking tractor with like a big flatbed thing on the back. That's got a the engine in the cab or up front. They're auger wagons, but it's a mod, right? So I don't have it. I can't show you El Diablo. I don't have it. Go into your large tractor category. I believe it's in there. I believe. Right, this is good getting these bales off your chat. That's all I know. I think it's called a Homer Terra, I want to say. Something like that. We still have our, what are those? Alfalfa bales that we haven't sold. We were holding those for a higher price, I guess. And our alfalfa never regrows. There's that. Oh man, chat. Genius. Genius. 5-head move right there. Look at that. That's 5-head right there, chat. All right. Yeah, that's it. Who posted that in this Discord? I can't see the name. That's totally the rig right there. Sarge, you do need more landscaping or no?
I might.
Okay, I'll look. I got one more load of bales. I'll think I only have, and then I'll take a look at it. Vegas Bull, thank you. El Diablo, if you look in Discord, that's the tractor you're looking for. Oh no, there's 4 extra bales, huh? Yeah. That's fine. That's what you're looking for, El Diablo. Isn't that called a Homer Terra? What's the actual name of that tractor, Vigorous Bull? Do you know? I used that a lot. It was a 15 thing, I believe. Used that a lot back in the day on 15.
Down there and take a look myself. I might be able to do something.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, good.
Some of it was kind of in between. It wasn't taking the bushes out of everything.
Oh. I gotcha. Homer Terra variant. There you go. El Diablo, let me know if you found it. I'm curious. Okay, and you said there's no other bales, right? Just over here?
Yep. That's the only place I put them.
Alright, cool. Got a big load coming up here. Got 4 whole bales, you know? Alright, chat, that was not operator error. That's a farm sim issue. Might have been operator error, turning a little sharp. Although, you know, in real life, you could turn that sharp with this. Just, you know. Farm sim, if you turn too sharp and you're on slightly uneven ground, well, you're done. You're done. Alright, actually, I was curious about this. With this sell anything, the price actually is different between the 2 buildings. Oh, that's kind of funny, isn't it? Well, the price would be the same, but no. We had Alpha Windrow, right? You know what? Alpha Windrow. I'm just gonna sell those 2. Pretty decent price on them, so get rid of all of our bales right now. They all must go. That's funny though, the price is different. That's actually kind of amusing for some reason. All right, all bales are now gone. Sweet. Good to get cleaned up. Cleaned up around the farm. Not so much the homestead. Kind of stuff everywhere. Okay. It happens. Grab one of these 7Rs. And a rock picker. We have a ton of stones that we have to pick out of that field. I'm assuming they're too big for the roller, right, Sarge? I would think it would be. Alright, and actually, we need to get a mulcher and a roller anyway. You need to pick those up eventually. Okay. Actually, we should have mulched that before you plowed it. Oh. Not a big deal. Decent second rock picker.
Hey.
What's up?
I don't know if I did anything well or not.
Oh, with
About to
your
find out.
landscaping? Alright. Alright, all the accoutrements have been acquired.
Alright. Well, if you take a look, you can see what I'm dealing with.
Okay, I'm on my way. Right around the corner from me. Right across the field. Oh, the unevenness of this field just everywhere kills me. I might have to spend some time with this smoothing tool just going over this entire field. Just saying. Alright, where's your issue here? Or is it that it's not taking out all the greenery?
Yeah.
The planter should do that. And I know that sounds really dumb, but yeah, the planter will take out the rest of that. Unless this thing does it, but I think the planter will be. Yeah, we'll get it with the planter.
You want the whole field plowed, or?
I mean, what's faster to pull? Is it that or the cultivator? Definitely need to plow the whole waterway and then could switch to a cultivator. It's up to you. The concern, you know, we're gonna have to rock pick this by hand, or what? Like not by hand, but you know, by hand, because there's not gonna be any rocks in this whole river or this waterway. So these, well, no, the rock pickers don't care. Okay, they won't turn around. Never mind.
Now, when you run that out in the field where we had crop, does it change the color?
The rock picker?
Yeah.
I don't think it technically works out here. No. It's not doing anything. It has to be like cultivated or plowed.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Cloud texture, you can see where you've been.
Yeah, the cultivated one's kind of hard. The plow, yeah, you can definitely see.
Alright, yeah.
Let's see. Do we want to cultivate the rest of the field then, or cultivate the whole field, I should say? What other tractor do we have for that? 9RT. That's right. Or would it be better if we just plowed it?
Probably plow it. Because then, like I said, you can definitely
it's easier
tell
to see
where you've been.
Yeah, easier to see what we're doing. Okay, so plow. 320, huh? 120 horsepower. What does this tractor have that I'm in? 370. That'll work. I don't use this tractor very often. In fact, I don't know if I've been in this tractor at all yet on this server. I'll go grab my got a second plow. You can really. So okay, you want to plow the waterway first, and then turn off the live create field, and then we'll plow the rest of the field.
Yeah, I figured that'd probably be.
That's the safer way, anyway. Definitely the safer way to go about it. That's fine. And then once we get a pass or two done, we can hire those rock pickers. Well, we can do the plow and let the rock pickers do their thing, and when they need to be emptied, we can find a trailer. I don't know what trailer we're going to use for that, though. I have a feeling that new trailer we bought, or I bought earlier, is going to be like way too tall for him. Maybe the lizard, the pup, or actually, you know what? Maybe they'll dump into the truck. Truck's pretty tall. That dump truck, the Mac. I don't know if they'll lift up and dump up into there or not. I'll have to find out. I'll have to do Andros with him too. He's like self-aware power poles and the house stuff. That's okay. I should have put a modded one on here. I might have a plugger one or two laying around somewhere in a folder. Like, you know, 30 meters or something, you know. That's okay. We'll get it done eventually. This might take a while. Just like going to get this plow with this tractor. Yeah. Probably just use the 2+2. This tractor. Yeah. At least for a little bit. Got good lighting. Of course, we have the light mod, so that helps. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh. So, Chad, I'm getting my mods all together for that Let's Play I'm starting. And I keep forgetting to add no collision camera. That's the one I keep forgetting to add. El Diablo, what is that? What is that even? That's the TLX, I assume. TLX has an auger wagon and it's on tracks that you put the truck on. You concern me. It's a TLX. Oh, okay. It's part of the TLX stuff. Okay. You concern me, or El Diablo. $7 a.m. in Griffin is push black. Have you guys seen the moon mod, by the way? There's a mod that makes your moon look like way cool. I was thinking about getting that for Griffin too. We'll see. I've kind of enjoyed my time just looking through the mod hub, honestly. On Farm Sim here, just looking at everything, because I don't really do that very often, so. That is something, off-road. That is definitely, oh, hello. There's a bridge there, chat. That is definitely something, my guy. It kind of looks like something Welkers might build, you know? But yeah. It's definitely something. It's, yeah, exactly, Trix, exactly. Something like that. As I said, it's something, all right. Oh man. Definitely something. That's okay. The side-by-side, he gets above 30. It wants the Tokyo Drift. Really visible. I guess you gotta keep it at 29 miles an hour. I don't know. I don't know. I imagine side-by-sides over 30 miles an hour, unless they're like the race ones, would want to kind of not be the best thing handling-wise, right? But I don't know. I know I don't take our side-by-side over that. I think it goes about 30 as it stops speed anyway, so. Yeah. Alright, look at those stones, y'all. Yeah, those are definitely too big to roll. Monsters. Alright, Sarge, I'm going to start working on end rows over here, and then I'll start on the north side of the field. But I'll put in some good end rows over here first. Forest. Base game, it goes 60. Wow, that's crazy. I meant like, yeah, I was talking our real life side by side. Yesterday, Dad's like, hey, we're going for a ride and you're driving. I was like, all right, bet. But he never lets me drive a side by side. Like, if we both go somewhere, he always drives. So I was driving it, you know, like not pedal to the floor, but like I'm going. And he looks at me after me. He's like, slow down. I'm like, why? You said I was driving. I'm driving. He didn't like that answer. And I was just like in the yard still. I wasn't like in a field. Of course, I went a lot slower when we actually got out in the cornfield because, you know, corn stalks go flying up through a radiator or something. Better to slow down a little bit. But he wasn't having my, like, shenanigans driving around the yard. I thought it was funny. He was not on board. He was, like, grabbing the oh no handle and everything. Which that made me just hit the gas harder, so. I was trolling a little bit, chat. Just a little bit. Okay, it was fun. I guess you need that rock picker out of your way, huh, Sarge?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah,
See
I
if
did
that
try to square the one end up over here as far as the
Okay.
road and all that is, and that's when I realized, okay, this road ain't straight.
The road ain't straight at all, yeah. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's not square at all through there. There, he's out of your way now. Look at that. He got AI helper actually worked for something. Imagine that, right? Love to see it. Didn't know it was possible. Didn't know it was possible. Alright. Got the southern edge cleaned up over here. I'll start working my way north. To the north. Got good end rows here because I figure we'll have to do rock picker end rows too. So. Yeah. It only goes 6 miles an hour. That's it? For a side by side, it only goes 6, or you mean 60? 60, not 6. Okay, I was like, that thing only goes 6. Like, what? That is so slow. Like, hang on, guys. I'll be there in 20 years with my side by side going 6. That's so slow. Okay, I'm glad it's 60, not 6. That would be kind of a joke. Like, that thing's on power wheels at that point, you know? That would be very slow. That's all right. Yeah, we got a big field to go here. This would be nice to get this field up to shape. I actually really need to lime this sucker. The pH is so bad on this field. But we'll get to that when we get to it, I guess. I'll say this tractor looks good on this plow. Here for that. All about looks when it comes to farming, right? Ah, it's a joke. Joke. You feel like 60 is too fast? I mean, 60 miles an hour on a side-by-side, I feel like that's kind of dangerous, man. I wouldn't do that, probably. Well, it depends. Nice, straight, like, flat road, maybe. Definitely not any kind of, like, off-road. Yeah, 60 is pretty fast in a side-by-side. I know 30 in our side-by-side, you feel like you're flying. So I can't imagine going 60 in a side-by-side. That would be insane, honestly. That would be a little much for me. Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, I've gone 30 a couple times in ours, and you're moving. Absolutely moving. I feel like 60 is the, you know, you gotta wear helmets and, like, actually wear your seatbelts. Let's be honest, who actually wears a seatbelt in the side-by-side, right? It's one thing if you're like off-roading and stuff, but just like driving around the farm or something like that. Where's their seatbelt? Let's be real. I never have on the side-by-side anyway. Put it that way. I never have. It also tow up to 2,500 pounds, really? Oh. Side-by-side. Oh yeah, Chuck, no, not that. We're talking like this. Side by side. Yeah, see, this is kind of a racier looking one, Vigorous Bull. I feel like that's kind of a racy one. Not so much like a utility. Working man. And then here's your, like, you know, have too much money man one right here with the full cab with the AC, you know. With a 3.0. No, definitely not. I mean, think about this. $26,000. And that's what they are in real life too. For them, really nice. Yeah, no, not a side by side like a shotgun there. You got the side by side, the over under, right? We're talking utility vehicles, UTVs. Yeah. Which, hey, I mean, actually, in farm sim here, you know, these do actually have capacity. You can haul grain in the bed on these things. I don't know why you ever would, but you can. I wonder if I could set that up on auto drive to just like haul grain for me. And that's how I haul grain on Griffin, Indiana, with a side-by-side. Like an army of them, like 30 side-by-sides. It'd be like my side-by-side army. That would be funny. That would be very amusing. Sounds like a video I need to make right there. Holy cow. That's giving you bad ideas. Vigorous Bull, if you had auto drive, man. The bad ideas are flowing there, you know? Just saying. Because auto drive would make that, like, hilarious. The 30 side-by-sides cruising down a street hauling grain, all autonomous, like... You set up your course just right for auto drive. You could totally make that happen. Oh, that would be great. That would be funny. 460 at a time, yikes, yeah. I didn't say they hauled a lot of grain. I said they would haul grain. They definitely don't haul a lot. I need like a 16x map, just full of side by sides running grain. You know, it really. Chuck, it would. It really would look like Automation Empire, wouldn't it? Yeah. or Captain of Industry with all the trucks, right? Or Automation Empire with all the robots. So what is it? 460? Like, how many would you need to make, like, you know, let's say you had 50 of them. That's 23,000 liters. If you could set up 50 of them. 23,000 liters each time they go. I mean, that's not that bad. For 50 vehicles. Well, that's $17,000 a piece. Or $26,000 if you get the fancy one, the deer. Oh man. And they zip too, right? Don't they? You said they go 60 miles an hour on the Mahindra, so yeah, I'd go with that one. 60 miles an hour. Now I kind of want to set up auto drive on a map and try this out. Oh man, you'd have to make it so your paths never cross. Because you would have that issue of like running into stuff when you go to sell and whatnot. Like, you don't want your roads to cross on auto drive at all. That would be hilarious. At that rate, you might as well make a belt system. Oh, but just think about Westbridge Hills, okay? You could, oh, it'd be so easy to make. I would, so you say you're going to sell up north at the, whatever that north sell point is on Westbridge, right? I would make him come out of the homestead, actually come out of the homestead, go south, go through the homestead, come out on the east side, drive up the east, go out the farm to the east, drive up north, come in that far, or in that sell point from the east, go out through the west, and then come straight back down the road and come in the farm from the north there, so that your path would never cross. And Horseplay would do it too, but auto drive, that would be hilarious. That would be so funny. Just an army of them out there just getting it. Oh, chat, bad ideas. Just, oh, that would be so funny. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight. Leonard, I can't golf. I have to set up my side-by-side army farm sim. The problem is you got to set them up one at a time. That would take forever. New series, bad ideas with John. That's actually a good idea. Bad ideas with John. Definitely run like auger wagons all the way across the map. Conveyor belts all the way across the map. 100 side-by-sides or 50 side-by-sides. Yep, that would be another bad idea. Oh, that's great, Vegas. I'm here for it. Or can you imagine you're like gonna forage harvest a field? Can you haul chaff in them? You can. You're gonna forage harvest a field and you have that running on auto drive. You have it run up next to your forage harvester. Your forage harvester goes about 1.5 feet and has to stop. Next guy comes up. Title the video "How to Forage Harvest," or how to harvest chaff, how to forage harvest with auto drive, something like that. And you get like 4 feet done in a field in like, you know, a 30-minute video or something. Because it would fill up so fast. Oh man. Can it run the 3.1? You'll find out. Oh god. Probably not, but you never know. Maybe I just become a side-by-side farmer and that's all I use is side-by-sides. Man. Need a little grain trailer for hauling grain with the side-by-side. Like a little wagon. Little like a small gravity flow wagon. Oh man. Chad, if I come on stream tomorrow night and I say that I didn't sleep tonight, you'll know why, okay? Because I might be up working on this idea all night. We'll see. First I got to set up auto drive on a map. Because on Griffin anyway, the auto drive I have set up, it would not work for multiple vehicles like this. I definitely would not, but that's okay. Oh man. That would be too funny. There's a side-by-side pack. There is actually. I've seen it, yeah. There sure is. That has trailers. Oh. Oh. I'm actually gonna, no, I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm not using a side-by-side in Griffin, okay? Not doing that. I'm so here for the bad ideas, chat. Always. I think the forage harvester would be really funny. Or like a self-propelled potato harvester emptying into a side-by-side and it just takes off to go empty. And then another one shows up, and another one, and another one. I might have to make a Westbridge copy. Because I have the one that we're going to be going back to for pumps and hoses. I might have to take that save and copy it. Just so I can, you know, mess around with some stuff. Oh, man. No side-by-sides, maybe bicycles pulling gravity wagons. Yes. I'm here for that. Monster trucks only. Okay. Actually, don't we have the monster truck on here? We do. It has capacity too. We can haul everything with it as well. That would be interesting. Only haul with the semi or the monster truck. No, thank you. Would take forever. Me and that rock picker going, Sarge?
I'm going to try to get this one going.
Okay. You know what?
Of course, this might take a minute.
I'm going to hit the H button. I'm going to go get that other one. I got to get the tractor to the shop and come back. So go do that. Well, let's go do that. Use that for plowing. And a hitch doesn't even have. Doesn't. I've always wanted to. I don't think we have it on here, do we? I want to say we don't. Yeah, I don't think we have it. Yeah, I've always wanted to plow a field with the dozer. There's a plow for it, like a ripper. Where's that at? Miscellaneous. I don't actually know where that's at. I don't know. There's like a thing for that. And that would be pretty fun. Subsoilers. That's where it is, yeah. Alright, subsoilers. Yes. 4 whole meters. Yeah. Gotta break out the dozer to do some plowing. Got some compaction, chat. That would be funny. We're gonna need one of those like deep plows. Y'all ever seen those plows that go like 3 feet deep? That would be interesting to have on here. You gotta hook like 2 dozers together to pull it. That would be interesting. Apparently years ago, there's a place on the way to the farm that they used really sandy soil in that area. But apparently years and years and years ago, they tried one of those really deep plows. Tried to bring up some better dirt. I don't know if it worked, but would have been cool to see. But this is way before my time. It was one of those hook a couple dozers together to do some plowing. Which is crazy that they do that, but they totally do. And it's really awesome to see it on the old YouTube. That's for sure. Yeah, it's kind of neat. All right. Well, Trent should be back and bragging about his pizza soon, chat. Can't wait. Yeah, I was getting some Casey's pizza today. which is one of my favorite pizzas. I know it's a gas station, but it's good.